Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Guild Receptionist Season 1, Episode 2. So, last time, we had a fun goof of a show kind of going on here. I'm enjoying the concept. It feels a little different. It's feeling interesting. Just the idea of getting behind, like, a customer service worker's mind kind of thing, you know? It's almost as if we're, like, just watching someone work at a retail store, and they're just I can't think of a good analogy for the whole going into the dungeon to beat the bosses to reduce the workload, but regardless, it's a fun and interesting concept. We got a little bit of description of the world with the Dia that gave them blessings before, but that seems to have gone out the window, and now they just have like skills that they seem to acquire from the monsters, I believe. Um so it's definitely an interesting concept, but my biggest question about this show is how do we go forward? Because it feels like we've had the title, right? The whole title is kind of laid bare. We've already seen it. She wants to keep her job. She'll go defeat bosses to do it. So how do we keep it interesting and not replay that of like her being like, "Oh, no overtime, go beat a boss." Next episode, no overtime, go beat a boss, you know? Like what's going to change in the story to keep it interesting as we move forward? I'm not doubting that it stays interesting. I'm just curious what they do and what we get into. I'm excited to find out. So, let's just start episode 2, and this will be a good indicator to see what we might expect from the rest of the show. We're gonna start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. This is where we ended off. Yeah, very aggressive. Hmm. Oh shit. Okay, so in her own mind, they don't really exist. Oh, yep, silver guild leader, Slay. Damn, he's got moves. What about the other ones? She didn't even provoke him. Damn people. I like how the voice sometimes starts as being cheery and then goes into like the threatening tone. I hope you didn't come here for no reason. It's kind of like what she's doing. The next day. Oh. Mm-hmm. You You've already kind of done that. Guess you could rough them up more. Oh, I feel this character. I relate way too hard with this character. I have a problem and I just want to ignore it and hide in my room forever. I get it. Oh man. Back to the window. Yes! We must look out at the city and gain our motivations. Very interesting opening. Like, I don't know if this is just visually interesting things to kind of like show off the world having her fly around, or if this is gonna be a future thing where maybe she does leave being a guild receptionist for some reason and starts traveling like that, right? But then like that's the whole basis of the show is her trying to keep this job as a guild receptionist, so be interesting to name the title of the show after it if she does just like go off on adventures like this, but I think chances are that this is just a cinematic experience for the opening. Is her flying on this thing. Or if anything, she's taking like a weekend trip to like as a little mini vacation or something away from being a guild receptionist, but then she goes back. Anyway, I like the opening. Eating a yummy sandwich. Quit camp the quest counter. Oh no, and he's here again! Oh no. You're ruining lunch too, dude. Get out of here. Oh shit. I don't blame her. Yeah. Lunch break is sacred. No, she only got like one bite. Hmm. Interesting. So even she's questioning it. Oh, she's gonna tell us? No. Oh. We will give you the tools so you can make sure you don't have to do it. Maybe. The lights shut down. It's over. Do they have a... Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it is over. Damn, no, I was kidding! Wait, what's behind her? Or is that just her hair? Maybe that's just her hair. Never mind. The very back part of her head had like a different color to the hair. It looked more gray than black, and I thought that was someone in like a gray cloak behind her. No. So she did wish for the power. Oh. Her will to not do overtime is this powerful. Hmm. You have an issue there, buddy. Oh. They brought a raid boss out? Like, not dead either? Well, why am I not surprised? Oh my god, he's riding it? Jeez. Oh. Taunting it? Oh, damn. You're gonna destroy everything because you didn't get a little secret quest that doesn't exist? This guy is a fool. Damn. She's just always getting stuck with the overtime. No. I guess you could go as the executioner and beat his ass. Oh, her home? She was just talking about the mortgage. No! Is that it? Do you have homeowners insurance? 30 years! No! Oh! That's horrible. Is this? Oh shit. You gotta be careful where you're pulling that out. What if someone sees you? Can't just whip it out in public, Alina. You almost messed that up there, buddy. You're pretty confident for an idiot. I guess idiots are confident. My oasis in modern society. I'll kill you! Die in apology. Nice. Oh. Soloed another boss. Jeez! Did she really hit him or just scare the shit out of him? Okay. Just scared the shit out of him. Yep, he's gonna offer something. Yep. No. Oh. Interesting. Someone else looking? Oh. Are we gonna have someone else find out who she is? Does he have a way to track? Oh, is he helping with the overtime? No. Got a blush out of her. Okay. Dude, I relate so hard with Alina, it's not even funny. Oh. The capable type. That's fun. I like the little, like, random, like, cuts to more modern stuff, sort of. I mean, I guess they could have boxing in this world, but they had, like, the interrogation room in the first episode, and now this. People are born unequal. Sadly true. Oh. What? Oh. A secret quest! Ah, the guy was right, he knew. Hmm. Defeat all floor bosses. Huh. Of course. Yeah, see, you have adventurer in your job title because you like the adventure. She doesn't. No, of course, the fangirl. Stan. A Stan. Hmm. Who's Jade? Oh no. You can see that outfit and you can say it's a hot guy under there. Oh my god. That's so funny. Oh jeez. Wait, she thinks it's a guy. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh, is she gonna realize? Oh shit. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so he went back to witness. Oh. So maybe does he already know? How many people are we gonna have learn? Is it gonna be a new person every episode that finds out about her secret? I thought he was the guild leader. But I guess maybe not. Maybe he's the group leader? Oh. He's Jade. We just finally got his name. Okay. Okay. So he did see it. He wants to fight. Jeez. Oh! That's the end of the episode. Okay. Hey! Hey! Alright. So, interesting episode. I like this one. Even though it had, like, defeat a boss, complaining about overtime, some repeat themes, I still enjoyed it for now. I could see myself after, like, 6 episodes or so maybe getting a little bored of the shtick but we'll see. But at least so far, I'm still enjoying myself a decent amount with the show. I think it helps that I super relate to Alina, and we'll talk more about that once we get into the discussion after this outro ends. Um, but yeah, we had Slay, who seems to be a very aggressive person, wanting these secret quests that don't exist. He's just feeding off the conspiracy theories that exist in this world, and can't accept from any of the receptionists that there are no secret quests. And even in her mind, she's like, no, there's no secret quests. I mean, obviously they kind of found one at the end, but that is it, guys, for episode 2. But yeah, so he couldn't really accept that there weren't any secret quests, and like I said, it seems like that's true. It's not that Alina was just trying to keep quests from him or from certain adventurers. It's just everyone came up with these random rumors, and it just happened to be that, you know, I mean, it just, and they're false. I don't know why I was gonna say it happened to be. I don't know where I was going with that, but either way, so we had that in the very beginning, and then we had her being questioned as to why the gods gifted her this ability, or she questioned it herself, right? She's like, why did the gods give me this? But then we jump back to find out kind of why. It seems like she said the rumor, a lot of rumors this episode, I suppose. The rumor is that if you pray hard enough at this festival, the person who prays the hardest might get granted a Dia skill, so, or blessing, I suppose, is what they call them, I think. And she was praying super hard. I guess her goals of really, really, really just wanting to not work overtime and have some means of making sure she doesn't have to is what allowed her to awaken the skill. And I guess the gods were like, you don't want to work overtime. Okay, here's a big-ass hammer. Go defeat the things that are causing you to have overtime. But yeah. So, there were a lot of things this episode, like I said, that had me really relating to Alina, and I think I kind of related last episode, because obviously I'm the kind of person that just wants to, if I'm gonna work, I'm gonna work my 9 to 5. I want to make enough money to live a stable and, relatively happy life, right? Like, I want to be able to afford to pay my bills with a little bit of extra money to spend on things. I don't need a lot of extra money to spend on things. I just want a little bit, like $60 here and there for a game release or something like that, right? Other than that, I don't need a fancy car. I don't need a big house. I don't need the money to go out partying every weekend. I don't need the money to go take like a trip to another country or something, or even a trip to another state every year or something like that. I don't need all that. I just want to live a boring, happy life, and I'd rather not have to work overtime if I don't want to, because I want to be able to get home and just enjoy my hobbies, right? Like, I really enjoy playing video games. That's what makes me happy. So as long as I can afford to do that, and I have the time to do that, I'm happy, So I relate to her in that regard of, from the first episode and this one, not wanting to work overtime. But then this episode, she was confronted with a problem of, like, dealing with the, we learned his name is Jade this episode, who keeps showing up and getting, actually, no. She was angry. She was wanting to go confront the guy she was wanting to go confront Slay. That's what she was complaining about earlier on in the episode, when she said, like, I should just go beat his head in, and, like... Oh, no, maybe it was Jade, because she said, like, he showed up again, bothering me. Maybe I should go rough him up, and I think she was talking about Jade in that regard. My bad. Sorry. I know she complained about both people this episode, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, it was Jade that she was talking about. and she said like maybe I should go rough him up so he doesn't talk because he knows I'm the executioner. Yeah, that whole conversation happened there. And then she like jumped in bed and said like I don't want to deal with this. I just want to forget about it. I just want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I just want to like not think about this, you know? And I am super that, right? Like when I'm faced with something that I don't really want to do, and especially when I like know it's coming up, I get a lot of anxiety. I get worried about doing it. I just think about how much I don't want to do it, you know, and that's just how I am. That anxiety just makes me not want to deal with it. And honestly, sometimes it's as simple as like you guys are probably gonna think this is really stupid, but sometimes it's as simple as like, oh, I have to go out to pick up dinner for the family in a at a restaurant in an area that I'm not familiar with, you know? Like, I haven't been to this restaurant yet, and I have to go pick it up. I have to drive somewhere I'm unfamiliar with. I now have anxiety. I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to go talk to the people at the register. Just let me stay home and play video games and take my mind off it, you know? So, obviously that's a very minor case. Like it's not usually too bad in that regard, but there's other ones that like being completely honest with you guys, there was a period in my life where I did a really bad job of going to the dentist and taking care of my teeth in general. And because of that, I I kept putting it off for years and years and years since I had been to the dentist. And then I finally made a dentist appointment to go get looked at, and I was so nervous. Like, I was shaky. I was like, it was bad. And it was just like, Alina, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I just want to stay home. I just want to lay in bed, curl up, and fall asleep and just not think about this, you know? So, basically, moral of the story, I super relate to Alina on that point. And then the final one was towards the end of the episode, right? There was, what was the other one? Oh, yeah. When she was working her overtime, Jade had said, like, why don't you just, like, put this off? And she said, well, I had this realization at one point when I thought about that, that's just gonna make it be tomorrow Alina's problem, you know? And if I can make tomorrow easier for myself, I'd rather do that, is essentially what she was saying. And once again, I'm very much in that boat too. Like, I am a very lazy person, but if there's something that it's funny because, like, maybe you'll think that this isn't being lazy, but if there's something that I know I have to get done eventually, I won't procrastinate it. I will do it immediately just because that maybe it's part of my anxiety or whatever. But if it's something that I don't normally have to do, I mean, really, even if it's something that I normally have to do, I usually won't get anxiety about it, but I'll still try to do it right away. But if it's one of those things where, like, if I'm capable of doing it right away, I will try to do it right away, so that way I don't have to worry about it later, right? So I'm very much in the boat with Alina in that regard too. So it's it's been enjoyable watching her just because it's just, you know, sometimes it's fun watching something that's so relatable. And I feel like there's a lot of anime that I watch where I don't feel like I super relate to the characters. And so it's really interesting because, you know, a lot of anime protagonists are way more outgoing than I will ever be, you know? Or sometimes they're young and they're still in school, and you're dealing with school drama that I don't have anymore because I've been out of school for a long time. So it's really fun just watching, like, a working class character who shares the same, like, I don't know if you'd consider her to be introverted because of those beliefs that she has, but I'm definitely introverted, and I just feel like I have that connection with the character, and that's really cool. Really cool to have where I don't normally have it. So, but yeah. Anyway, we had the Slay guy grab the boss and just start wreaking havoc just because he's mad. Like, definitely, it was definitely one of those over-exaggerated anime moments where this guy just went from being, like, seemingly just like an adventurer, like, trying to serve the public, you know? I mean, maybe he never saw it that way. Maybe he only saw it as a means of making money or something. Maybe he never cared about serving the public in any way. But he very quickly took control of a boss and just started wreaking havoc on the town, destroying some homes and beating up some people and stuff like that. Is like, I mean, is there some kind of like police force in this world, like some kind of guards that will like take him in for what he did? Because that's pretty bad. If this guy is just out walking around in like in the next episode, that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, Alina's home got destroyed. She has this 30-year mortgage. She had to have her stable job as a receptionist in order to get it, and now it's completely destroyed. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know if this world has any kind of like insurance. Is it going to get rebuilt? Does she just have to buy a new home? I wonder what's going to happen with her home situation. We still don't know. For now, she's staying at an inn, but yeah, that's so shitty though. We had that relic they got from the dragon in the first episode have some kind of secret quest in it saying to go clear all the floor bosses in Chalk Tower. So I have a feeling that somehow she's going to get roped into that, and we'll see what happens there. So that's interesting. I wonder, is that like a quest from the gods in some way? Like, what could the rewards be? Very good? I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting, but yeah. And now we have the Guildmaster who has this ability where he can like stop time and look at events that happened in an area. I don't know how far back he can go. You know, is it like 1 day? Is it like 5 days? Is it 2 hours? You know, I'm curious how far back he can go and look at events. But because of that, we have another person who has discovered Alina's identity. And now he wants to duel her. So I guess we'll see. I have a feeling she's gonna deny it right away, but probably ends up fighting him. You know, like she'll probably right away be like, "Oh no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it." You know, but I think she'll end up doing it. So that should be interesting to see. I wonder how, you know, obviously she's soloing raid bosses, so how does she stand up to like the Guildmaster? Also, I didn't realize that this guy is the Guildmaster. I could have sworn, what did I write down last episode for? I guess I just wrote down Silver Sword because I didn't know what else to call him. But I thought they called him like leader, but maybe, or I thought it was guild leader, but maybe not. Maybe they just called him leader. Maybe he was just the leader of the group that he was with, and not the leader of the guild, and that's where I got a little confused, maybe, because it seems like this is the leader of their guild. So, anyway, I'm sure I'll get that cleared up more as we watch more, anyway. But, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun with the episode, like I said, related a lot with the character, which made me really enjoy it. I can definitely see some repetition with the jokes. So we'll have to see how things are handled in that regard going forward. But at least for now, I'm not too annoyed with it. I liked the boxing scene, similar to liking the interrogation scene in the first episode. It's kind of fun how we like randomly have her jumping into modern stuff, even though it doesn't really make much sense. It's like, do they really have that in this world? But I think it's really just a way that the show is showing the audience kind of what she's feeling in a modern way that makes more sense to us. I don't think that's her envisioning herself boxing, right? So if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah. Obviously, she dispatched the golem the golem boss very easily. Wasn't even really a challenge for her. So I wonder if anybody with a Dia skill is this powerful, or is it just her? You know, do Dia skills really make you like able to solo bosses, or is there something even more special about her that her with a Dia skill, you know, allows her to solo bosses? It's also pretty crazy that she is as powerful as she is, and you know, just wants to work her peaceful life. So, anyway, I had a lot of fun. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'll see you guys next week with the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. If you want to see more content, not for this show, because I watch this as it airs, But for other shows on my channel, my Patreon has an early access tier where you can get 2 episodes ahead of what's on my YouTube. For a good handful of the shows, pretty much everything except for the stuff that except for the stuff that were originally Patreon shows or shows that I'm watching that are airing, I guess is the exception. And that leads me to the Patreon shows, where there's shows that I watch on my Patreon that are not released to YouTube yet. So currently, I just started Season 2 of Solo Leveling. Season 1 of Solo Leveling is on there as a Patreon show. Freerin is on there as a Patreon show. For live action, there is Watchmen, The Last of Us, Shogun, and I've currently started The Expanse. I'm on Season 2 of that. So a whole bunch of shows on there that will eventually come to YouTube in the long run. But for now, if you want to support me and get access to those, you can check out my Patreon. Links are in the description, should be popping up on the screen. I've also been streaming more on Twitch, so check that out if you're interested. I've been playing Path of Exile 2. I don't know if that will be the case, if you're watching this video in the future or something. I may be playing a different game, because it's not going to be like my permanent game or anything. I'll probably be jumping around, but check out my Twitch if you want to see me live streaming some games. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.